today I want to share with you my top 3 mods that you should do right away to your Chevy Camaro. Now I know there's a lot of modifications out there, trust me. I have a long list myself of all the modifications that I want to do to this car. However, if you're buying new, there's a few mods that are very time sensitive that you need to do right away. Let's jump into it. So I have the 2SS1LE. These tires are extremely sticky. They are basically track tires and they catch any rock, anything. And as I'm driving down the road, you can always hear just like rocks, branches, everything flipping up and hitting the car. Makes me squirm a little bit, but is all right. So, you know, and also with like the Mustang and the Camaro especially, the back ends, they flare them out and they're just rock magnets. And these cars sit so much lower. They're rock magnets. They're gonna get hit with rocks. They're gonna get hit with debris. And the first thing that I think a lot of people don't know is when they think they buy a new car, they think the paint is just flawless and it's amazing. And it's not, guys. There's a lot of contaminants that fall from the sky that are on your paint and they're embedded into your paint and they can actually scratch and mar your paint even worse. And so it's really important that as soon as you buy a new car, I've even heard of some people just having their car delivered to like a detail shop. And the first modifications on my list that you guys are going to want to jump into is a stage 1 paint correction where they'll decontaminate the paint, they'll polish it, they'll make it look a lot better. You can apply some type of ceramic or sealant, and then also getting paint protection film installed on the car. So I'm going to be taking my car today to Lux Auto Spa to have that paint correction and paint protection film installed. We're doing Expel paint protection film. And just a quick note, I think these guys are the best in Utah. Stradman recently brought his Lambo there and some other cars. So let's head on over to Lux Auto Spa, drop off the car, and I'll show you guys the end results of what it looks like. Alright guys, so it is all done. So let me show you guys what we did. We did Expel on the front bumper. We also did the stealth wrap here. So anywhere painted, we did the Expel paint protection film. We also did the headlights. But what's crazy about this is I don't see like hardly any bubbles, which is rare because this is the second time I've done this. So they have done a phenomenal job on this. It looks really, really good. You can't tell, and they just kind of did straight down the line. So it's really clean, looks really good. Yeah, I'm very happy with how that turned out. My Mustang had SunTech on it. This is Expel, but looks really good. There's really not that big of a color contrast. I know on the screen it kind of looks really big between the two, and maybe it's just because the sunlight's not on it. But so we did that. I didn't do the front fenders. Obviously this is protected. This is 3M. It's not as thick. I'm eventually going to re-wrap this, I think, down the road. But one other place that we did do the paint protection film on is actually right here. So you barely can even see it, but it goes all the way here, comes all the way down, and then it comes down here. So all this back section right here is protected from rocks. They did the same on this side. Over here in the dark you can kind of see the line a little bit better, but you know, you're gonna notice the line, but you know what, it's just gonna help protect this whole section so much better from rocks. But as you guys can see, these wheels go all the way out to the edge, so it's really gonna flip up a lot of rocks and kick up a lot of rocks already kind of all over the car. But yeah, it looks really awesome. Hey, thanks brother, appreciate you. But yeah, it looks really good, really happy with it, so excited. They did a level 1 paint correction on it, so this scratch back here, they were able to get out. They did notice a couple imperfections in the paint, which is normal. All my cars have had them where something gets under the clear coat, but the car looks super clean, looks really nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this looks, guys. So what I paid for it, I ended up paying obviously for the paint protection film and the stage 1 paint correction, which is a very mild correction, and then they put a sealant on there. I'm gonna probably ceramic it myself on top of that, but for everything it was $1,600 and like $1,660, something like that. So the level 1 paint correction was $300. So if you guys are looking to get a paint correction, it's really not all that expensive to do when you're looking at it in the grand scheme of it. To correct your paint, decontaminate it. I actually decontaminated it, some of it myself, and they noticed that it was actually pretty clean. And then the paint protection film was the remaining balance. So it was like $1,300. Now, people can paint, you can do your whole car with it. Obviously you can do your mirrors and other stuff. I just kind of did the front portion, and I figured, hey, if this gets marked up, I can just replace it. All right, guys, so you can see right here, I just cleaned this off. These are all of the rocks that have hit up here. Luckily, I have my paint protection film, but you can see just how crazy this is after literally month and a half. And I even got one so bad down here that it actually kind of ripped the Expel protection film. So this next modification that I want to talk to you guys about goes into further protecting the paint of the car because of how much these tires just flip up everything. And then you can see here, you know, the tire goes literally almost outside of the wheel well a little bit. So it's definitely super important that you guys take these steps, especially if you buy these cars new. So let me go ahead and show you guys what we're going to be putting on. All right, guys, so to fix this little rock problem that we have, I have the ZL1 add-on rock guards that we're going to be installing on the front of the car as well as the back of the car. I'm not going to do an entire video on just how to install these. I'll actually do that in a separate video. I will leave a link in the description below of the next two mods, this mod and the next one, where you guys can go and buy this, but look out for a future video of how to install these on your car. All right, guys, so here's the finished product on the rock guards. The front one, super easy to do. So just a heads up on these back ones, I didn't remove my rear wheel. It would be so much easier if you didn't do that because this space is kind of hard and you're putting in Phillips screws versus the torque bits when you're taking just the normal screws out. So the back ones were a little bit more challenging to do. The front ones are super easy. One thing I recommend, they're gonna give you spacers to put behind these screws. So their instructions say to use the two shorter spacers on the middle one and on the top one, and to use the long one at the bottom. However, what I found when I originally did it is I had a huge kind of gap back here, and I didn't like how that looked. It didn't look flush. And so what I ended up doing is I ended up putting the long spacer up top, and honestly, that worked out perfect. So if you guys are struggling with that, I recommend you give that a try. So with the normal Camaros, you know, the 2SS, the normal ones, maybe they won't kick up as much rocks. However, if you're buying one of these cars new, I recommend get that paint protection film back here, but the first thing you're going to want to do is put on these rock guards, guys. I promise you, you will love it, and it is a must-have mod for your Camaro. All right, we'll go ahead and test these out. We're going to get rid of that guy, and we're going to get rid of this guy. So just to be able to have that be kind of tinted out black versus this, I just think it goes with the aesthetics of the car so much better. So go ahead and check it out, guys. Link in my description. This easily was one of my favorite mods. Super, super easy to do. All right, let's do a walk around of these smoked LED lights. They look so good. And honestly, the smoked out look just looks perfect for my car, especially as you look back here at the tail lights. Man, they just look really, really nice. What do you guys think? And I'll show some night clips up here for you guys as well here at the end so you can kind of see what they look like.
Yo, Mark 9. They really don't think we can keep doing this. They don't think we can keep making hits about cameras. But I'm the cameraman. But I'm the cameraman. Stay creamy. Yeah, I started on a 50 mil lens. Now I'm about to bag 50 mil yen. I can shoot all day, I got stamina.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Those are my top 3 mods that any new Chevy Camaro owner should be doing to your car, especially if you have the 1LE package. 2 of these mods are absolutely a must in my mind, especially if you're buying the car new and you want to keep it in great condition. I know there's a lot of other mods out there. Leave me comments below. However, I do have a long list of other mods that I want to do to this car. However, I just wanted to touch on the initial 3 that I think are most important. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.